なんだここ、あ、オス。もこうだお。今日はこれやるよ。ザ・スタンリー、パラブル、わからんけど。すげえ、画面が続いてるのか。これ邪魔だから端っこに置いておこう。スタート。ゲーム。なんだよな、どういうゲームなんだろうか。かぐやは何にも教えてくれなかったし。説明くらいしろっての。
This is the story of a man named
スタンリ
Stanley.
ーが主人公なんだね。
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
へえ、
Employee number 427's job was simple. He
個室
sat
も
at
らえ
his
てるの
desk
か。
in room
いいな。
427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
これが仕
This is
事
what
いくらもらえて
employee
るの。
427 did every day of every month of every year.
うわ
And although
ぁ、きつい。
others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this
そりゃよ
job.
かった。転職じゃないか。
Stanley was happy.
めでたしだな。
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
どうしたの。
Something that would forever change Stanley.
ほう、
Something he would never quite forget.
そんな出来事
He
が
had。been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one
1時間も
single
この画面見
order
てたの
had
か。
arrived on the
やばいや
monitor
つ
for
だな。
him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even
誰もい
say
ない。
hi.
怖いな。
Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
何どうするの。仕事場を後にすればいいの。
All of his co-workers were gone.
本当に誰もいないや。
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
会
he
議
had
室に
simply
行くの
missed
か。
a memo.
この指示通りに動けばいいのかな。もうあれだ。ここおすすめって言われてる感じ。
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
左ね。私は右に行く。
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
こっちでも平気なんだね。
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
ここが
It
休
had
憩
really
室
been
か。
worth
に
the
しては椅
detour
子が微
after
妙に
all,
少ないよ
just
ね
to。spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully
飲み
constructed
物飲める
room.
かな。
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
ダメっぽい。
Yes, really, really worth it
Nani?
being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished,
不思議
but
だね。
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
そこね。いいよ。もう言うこと聞いてや
And
る
so
よ。
he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
これで元通りか。
Yet there was not a single person
これ
here
は事件だ
either.
な。会議室で起
Feeling
きちゃ
a
って
wave
る
of。
会社員全員失踪事
disbelief,
件。
Stanley
ストラ
decided
イ
to
クか
go
な。
up to
あ
his
れス
boss's
トライクだっ
office,
け。
hoping he might find an answer there.
まあいいや。上司のところに行くか。階段だ。上に行きたい。
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Oh,
walked
aptita.
upstairs to his boss's office.
ふふんふん。ここって何階なんだろう。雰囲気が変わった。
Stepping
Kokoga
into his
Joshi no
manager's
buya?
office,
Zuibun to goukana
Stanley was
naisou
once
じゃな
again
いか。
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
ポップ
Shocked,
が出ているな。誰
unraveled,
かいたのか。
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark
本がいっ
secret
ぱい
was
ある
being
な。
held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the
キーパッド。
boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss
数
had
字を
been
入力す
keeping
るの
from
か。
him.
さて、
And
どうす
so
る
the
かな。
boss had
何番
assigned
だ
it
ろう。
an extra secret pin number. 2845. But of
2845ね。
course,
ありがとう。
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
というか、この話している人って誰。
Yet
動画
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
全然ランダ
Stanley
ムじゃないん
happened
だ
to
けどね。
input the correct code by sheer luck.
しまったな。
Amazing.
閉じ込められた
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
お、開いてる。なんか、工事現場みたいになった。こりゃまた一気に雰囲気が変わった。こっちか。ポチッとな。なるほど、下に行くのか。せっかく登っていったのに。
Descending deeper into the building,
まだまだ降りて
Stanley
いく。
realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to
なんか、
question the nature of
話
his
が難
job.
しくてわからな
Why
く
did
なっ
he
てきちゃ
feel
った
this
よ。
now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This
知らないよ。
question would not go unanswered for long.
ああ、そうなの。
Stanley walked straight
これは、
ahead through the large
なんだ？
door that read Mind Control Facility.
マインドコントロール。洗脳だっけ？ハゲの人とかもそういう能力じゃなかった？お、電球だ。コーン、ひら
The
めいた。
lights rose
な
on
ん
an
ちゃって。
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this
なんか、
place
すごい
hold?
ところに来ちゃった
Stanley
な。
thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
これでゲームしたらすごそうだ。お、行ってみよう。どうすりゃいいの？これか。
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature
数字が書いて
revealed.
ある。
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The
これは、
lives of so
監視
many
されてたってことか？
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
すごいな。なんだか怪しいところで働いていたようだな、スタンリー。これは、
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under
でも、
someone's
こんな用
control
の
all
監視と
this
かできないよ
time?
ね。
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
ふむ、スタンリーはマインドコントロールされてたってこと
No.
か？
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly
私は正気に
blind
戻
to
っ
the
た。ってや
world?
つか、かぐやが言ってた。そういうやつは信用するなっ
But
て。
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very
ここが施
place.
設の心
And
臓
as
部
the
か。
cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again
やばそうな
exert
ボタン。
its terrible power over another human life.
そう
For
だな。
he
こんな装
would
置、早いと
dismantle
こ
the
止めた方がいい。
controls once and for all.
ここ、すごい。システムパワー、これか。大元の電源は、オフを押すぞ。ポチッとな。あれ？やっちゃった？
Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty.
不安、というか、これ何が目的なの？
Yes,
なんだ？
he had won.
勝
He
った？
had
勝った
defeated
の？
the
わい、
machine.
勝った。
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
これ何？
And yet, even as the immense door
空が見える。
slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
確かに、
Where had
何
his
もわからないままだな。
co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
そう
But
だな。
as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but
遅い
happiness.
な。
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
わあ、
It was
結構いい景
perhaps
色。
the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
じゃあ、行くよ。
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
ハッピーハッピー。よかった。めでたしだね。終わり？そうか。結局よくわからなかったな。いいのかなこれで。始まった。最初から？よくわからんが、もう終わりにするよ。ご視聴ありがとうございました。かぐやにこれといたださないと
Stanley
な。
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.